first case this afternoon is Justin Bieber. Mr. Bieber, you are charged with the following: DUI, alcohol or drugs, resisting without violence, and driving with an expired driver's license.
From glamour to slammer. You hate to see it, but you can't look away. A tale as old as time, celebrities thinking they are above the law. But red carpet to jail cell, that's one trip we're all interested in. Celebrities being reminded that nobody is above the law. Heck yes! Sometimes, owning vast amounts of money and fame can't save you when the big hand of the law hands you a slice of humble pie. So buckle up as we take a walk through the police records and remind our viewers which celebrities have smiled for the po-po. But before we get started, subscribe to the Gossip Gob channel and comment below which celebrities you think you'll see on the list. Coming in at number 1, Justin Bieber. Oh snap, that face is sure going to be popular with cellmates. Justin should really think things through before committing very stupid crimes. In 2014, the young singer got arrested for driving while drunk, resisting being detained, and not owning a valid driving license while diving in Miami Beach. However, when the police finally got him under their control, the smack talk kicked in. "What the fuck did I do? Why did you stop me? Mr. Bieber, do you kiss your mama with that mouth?" It all kicked off as Justin Bieber was busted by a Miami Beach cop for racing a yellow Lamborghini against a red Ferrari in a residential area. Too many Fast and Furious movies, maybe? Bieber was flying down the street at around 55-60 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. When the officer pulled him over, the Bieber tantrums began and the smack talk kicked off, asking why he was being stopped and throwing around his favorite 4-letter words. Bieber even refused to keep his hands on the car during a pat-down search, saying, "I ain't got no fucking weapons. Why are you searching me?" The cop noted that Bieber looked pretty lit, with a flushed face, bloodshot eyes, and could smell the booze on his breath. Bieber then failed a field sobriety test. Surprise, surprise. Oh, did we mention Bieber had 2 black SUVs blocking off the street, so Bieber and his buddy could have an open road to race on? Feelings of being untouchable much? Coming in at number 2, Johnny Depp. Apart from being an iconic actor, Depp is also a rascal. On September 13, 1994, he was arrested in New York for trashing a hotel room in which he had stayed for 3 days. Maybe there's something in the New York water, who knows? But in 1994, Johnny Depp had a significant breakdown at the Mark Hotel in NYC. Cops were called to his room in the early hours of September 13th after he supposedly trashed the place, causing over $9,000 in damages. According to LA Times reports, Depp destroyed lamps and tables. He was charged with second-degree criminal mischief, but luckily, his girlfriend Kate Moss wasn't pulled into the commotion. When the police inquired about the violence he created at that time, Depp merely said, "I was angry." Yep, that's it. I was angry. All the charges were dropped when Depp agreed to pay all expenses to the hotel to cover the damages he caused. Must be nice being able to buy your way out of every temper tantrum. He got off, that time at least. It's only fitting that coming in at number 3 is Amber Heard. During the defamation trial with ex-husband Johnny Depp, this mugshot of Amber Heard resurfaced on social media, immensely disappointing her fans. This mugshot was taken in 2003, when Miss Heard was a teenager and was involved in a vehicular manslaughter case. At the mere age of 16, the actress was accused of being involved in a fatal car accident in which she lost her best friend. Some reports say that Heard was accused of causing the accident. In contrast, others speculate that the friend was driving a car with a suspended license and had been consuming cocaine at the time. It all added to the controversy and seriousness of the crash. It was a sad story all round, and we're sorry that a life was lost. Coming in at number 4, Lindsay Lohan. Nothing like a comeback story, and our girl Lindsay is sure having hers. But prior to today, her life was a little less stable. Lindsay Lohan, a former teen heartthrob and party girl, Lohan has smiled for the popo several times. Back in the day, the Mean Girls star got busted by the Santa Monica Police Department and ended up with her first ever mugshot. She was just 21 at the time and was charged with driving under the influence and possessing cocaine. Luckily, she was able to bail out for $25,000 and get off the hook for jail time. But then rolls around 2007, and what a doozy of a year that was for our girl Lohan. In May, she got arrested for driving under the influence of cocaine, just days before filming for Poor Things was set to start. Again, really, no lessons were learned. The filmmakers had to pause production, and Lohan had to stay in the rehabilitation center for 45 days. When she was released, she wore a sobriety monitor bracelet to keep her in check. But things weren't exactly smooth sailing from there. Just weeks later, she was arrested again for another DUI, cocaine possession, and driving with a suspended license. The actress was having a car chase with her personal assistant's mom, because that's not weird. In August, she pled guilty to some of the charges. She was sentenced to a day in jail. Yes, just one. Community service and rehabilitation. However, Lohan only served 84 minutes in jail before being released due to overcrowding. Okay then, coming in at number 5, Michael Jackson. On November 20th, 2003, the music world was shocked when Michael Jackson was arrested in Santa Barbara, California, on charges of child molestation. The allegations were severe. He was accused of committing vulgar acts with a child under 14. Jackson was taken into custody. He was later released after paying a massive $3 million bail. The incident occurred in 2003, when a documentary showed Jackson being pretty comfortable with a young boy named Arvizo, which sparked an investigation. Jackson was accused of some serious charges, including child molestation, attempted molestation, and conspiracy. The 4-month trial was a wild ride for Jackson and his die-hard fans. Several boys testified against Jackson, and celebrity witnesses like Macaulay Culkin and Chris Tucker testified in his defense. It was the trial of the decade, and the media were all over it, with some reports declaring Jackson guilty before the verdict. However, the King of Pop reigned victorious, and in the end, Jackson was acquitted on all counts in June of 2005. Coming in at number 6, the Texas heartthrob Matthew McConaughey. In 1999, the celebrity was arrested and charged with disturbing the peace after being found butt-ass naked and under the influence at his residence, where he was playing the bongos. Of course, what else would he be doing? He ultimately received a $50 fine, but the incident gathered significant global attention. The arrest has some hilarious background, as before capturing Matthew McConaughey, he had been partying for 32 hours. He decided to play his drum set naked at home. Unaware of all these things, 2 police officers entered his house, and a physical quarrel ensued, resulting in McConaughey being handcuffed and pinned to the floor. While being escorted out, still naked, McConaughey attempted to escape. However, he was taken to the police station and fined $50. Now that's the ultimate naked cowboy. Number 7, Robert Downey Jr. Drug addiction is a bitch, and more times than not, you'll find yourself behind bars. Well, this is sadly the case with Robert Downey Jr., who was arrested for possessing and consuming drugs. In April 1996, Robert was arrested for possessing drugs and an unloaded handgun. At the time, he was on bail. Oops. The following month, he was arrested again for invading a neighbor's home while intoxicated and falling asleep in one of their beds. Goldilocks, is that you? As a result, he was sentenced to a 3-year trial, which included regular drug testing. Robert Downey Jr. faced several challenges related to drug use and legal issues between 1996 and 2001. He missed scheduled drug tests in 1997 and 1999, leading to his arrest and imprisonment. He was arrested again in 2000 for drug possession and in 2001 for cocaine use. However, after nearly 5 years of struggling with addiction, Downey Jr. sought help and began his recovery journey. He had to attend rehabilitation centers and gradually return to acting. Well done, Mr. Downey. The comeback is always better than the first act. And lucky last at number 8, Macaulay Culkin. On September 17th, 2004, Macaulay Culkin was taken into custody in Oklahoma City after being found with marijuana and 2 controlled substances, alprazolam and clonazepam. He was held briefly before being released on $4,000 bail. The incident occurred on September 17, 2004, when Macaulay Culkin was a passenger in a vehicle that was stopped for speeding on Interstate 44. During a search, officers found marijuana, Xanax pills, and clonazepam pills. Culkin was arrested and later released on $4,000 bond. He allegedly did not have a prescription for the drugs. Damn those pesky details. The driver, Brett Tabasel, faced charges of speeding. improper lane change, and marijuana possession. The police report detailed the discovery of the substances, including marijuana joints and cigarettes, in the vehicle and on Culkin's person. Culkin was also arrested for consuming weed but was released by paying a $550 fine. I guess he should have stayed home alone. From DUIs to drug possession, these stars have faced their fair share of trouble. But for many, it's also been a chance to learn, grow, and jump back into society as a better version of themselves. Let us know which celebrities we missed, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this.